Hi, welcome back. This is my February wrap up. In the month of February, I've had a major surgery, so I am back, actually. But because of that, I had only read 6 books. The first book that I read in the month of February was Interview with the Vampire, and I promised myself I would read this book this year. I did it. It was lovely. It was interesting. It's a little bit freakish. Like if you've seen the movie, then you know about the child vampire trope in it. And it kept on freaking me out all throughout the book. But other than that, I love the writing on it. This is such a classic vampire story. It really does rival like the classic Dracula one. I loved it, and I think I will get on with the other stories about the vampire Lestat and Queen of the Dam. I'm just really, really, really interested in the third book in the series, so I will get on with the vampire books from Anne Rice. I loved it. Then the second book is a Hungarian one. This is called Katalin Utca by Szabó Magda, who is a Hungarian author. You might have heard of her because one of her books, which is called The Door in English, was turned into a major movie starring Helen Mirren, so that was a huge deal for us. But this is one of her least popular books, I believe, at least not as popular as some other stories that my mom just kept on raving about. This is during the World War, before the World War, a little bit after the World War too, in Hungary, in Budapest, in the first district. This is a very depressing story. This is about very, very hard times in people's lives. And it's beautifully written. I really, really love her style. I love her voice. But the story wasn't really exactly a happy one. And then I read this kind of earlier before going to hospital. It just wasn't the right time for me to read, but it's a beautiful story. Nice. Then to lift me up, literally, I read Elevation. I just really, really couldn't miss this joke. So I read Elevation, and it's really, really thin, so unlike any other Stephen King book. Like most of his books are like 800 pages, but this is really nice. It's very similar to the book Thinner. I kind of at first was really, really off put by the weight loss trope in it, if I can let that much on. It's about a person losing weight, and I'm quoting it because it's not really, you have to kind of read it to know. It's nice, it's classic Stephen King style. It's just the weight loss has been done before. Thinner was a much better way of explaining weight loss or whatever, or exploring that theme, I guess. And I am losing weight. I don't know if you can tell. Well, it's basically because of surgery and stuff. So it kind of touched on some sensitive subjects for me, but I like that this is a nice story and it's a positive story and it is uplifting for real. Like it is elevating. I highly recommend this one. Then in the hospital, I read this one. This is called The White Rose, Fehér Rózsa by Jókai Mór, who is also a Hungarian author. He is very, very famous. I could liken him to like Dickens. He's as famous here as Dickens is everywhere else. He's such, a classic theme writer here. And I found this book and I thought, okay, White Rose, wouldn't that be lovely? And actually it was because it actually is taking place in Turkey. It's about the Turkish Empire. It's like a Game of Thrones in Turkey, kind of. Honestly, like it really is kind of like that. So I really, really loved it. And then the last book I finished in the month of February is a big one. I don't know if I'm strong enough to hold it up yet, but I will try. So this is Your Beauty Mark by Dita Von Teese. And I love this book. I actually want to read more books on style. And I heard that she has another book coming out which will be about fashion or clothes. And I cannot wait for that book. I think it will be out in October or something, I think she said. So I'm really excited about that one. This is perfect. This is a style like a beauty Bible. I mean, for the pictures alone, it's kind of worth it because there are so many beautiful pictures, amazing stuff. And it's just, a basic style Bible, like a beauty Bible. It talks about everything from diet to exercise, to hair removal, nails, makeup, hair. It's a beautiful thing. It inspires me so much. It's only the world. I loved it so much. I gave it 5 stars because it is a beautiful book. And of course, I totally forgot the one audiobook that I listened to this month, and I did listen to that in the hospital as well. And that was Hannibal by Thomas Harris. That was the last one I am interested in the Hannibal Lecter series. It was freaky, it was disgusting. Like all of those books are. Probably not the best idea to listen to something like that in the hospital while you're like in so much pain and you've been operated on, you've had surgery, and it's just probably not the best idea to listen to that while you are having that experience. But it was exciting, it was disgusting, I loved it. And also I kind of started other books, but I just couldn't finish them. So next month it will be interesting to see what else I started. And I also got on with the Montadon book, which is the gardening one. So hopefully soon-ish I could be done with it, as I had promised I would be. And yeah, so I'm here. I'm back from the hospital. I'm kind of a little bit better now. I can actually sit up and talk to a camera, so that's always nice. I put on makeup for the first time today. That's also positive. And this was my February wrap up. I hope you like this. Then see you in the next video. Until then, of course, just read something. Bye bye.